What's up everyone, it's Agent Juicy here, and I'm going to basically be doing the review video of the Nexus 4. It's designed by LG. I got this phone in January, and I've been using it for about 4 months now, roughly 4 months. So now I've gotten time, so I'm just going to do a review, a really quick and sweet and simple review for you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and please stick around. So basically the dimensions of the phone is 2.7 inches on the top right here. On the side we have 5.27 inches by 3.5 inches thickness at the fatter end right there. Across the screen we have 4.7 inches and 320 ppi. It looks more like 318, but let's give or take. 8 megapixel camera at the back, films at 1080p. Front-facing camera, high def, films at they say 720p, but it looks like VGA quality because it looks a little shadows. So we'll go through this phone in some really quick and really fast steps. By the way, it has 2 gigs of RAM and a 1.5 Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro quad-core processor. Gotta catch my breath after that. This phone we have 8 gigabytes and it comes in 16 gigabyte variants. It only comes in black. Micro SIM, volume rocker, power button right there, and touchscreen keyboard right there, the menu controls and all that stuff right there. So this is the much anticipated smartphone from Google, which runs 4.2 Jelly Beans, and basically this is the phone that Samsung lost their contract to, from the Nexus 3 to Nexus 4. So this section is going to be divided into design, build quality, the screen, the software, power, performance, and camera and battery. And we're going to do some pros and cons after. So the design and build quality is really exceptional. What I do like is the glass look. It literally looks a little timeless, but it looks very typical of all smartphones that we see today on the market. On the back we have a back glass face, and as you can see right here, it has quite a bit of scratches. I don't know if you guys could get that. Hear it. That's my nail rubbing on the scratches. And in the front we have Gorilla Glass Beauty, which basically it is Gorilla Glass, and I'll show you and demonstrate. You hear that? Yep. So Gorilla Glass does work on this device, and let me just unlock the phone, and there we go. So Gorilla Glass knife works excellent. Boom. So the design is really good. It has this rubberized feel right here, and at the sides of the screen it has like a bezel that just slides your fingers off as you're flipping through pictures and all that stuff right there. I'll give you a quick demonstration of like some pictures, what I'm speaking about. So you're just like swipe, 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 and your fingers just rolls on the edges right there, and it just feels really nice and almost orgasmic. Some would say. Well, I would say that. So definitely the design and build quality is something that stands out from the rest of the phones. Micro USB at the bottom, and the volume, the 3.5 headphone jack right here that usually just fits really nicely in your pants pocket, and it just face right up. It fits really nice in the pocket as well. You could definitely use this as an MP3 player for those of you who hit the gym as well. NFC is on board as well, right in the back here. One thing I don't really like is the battery that's locked in the device. You can't really get it out, but say what, it still works really well, and you guys should definitely check it out. Also, this is my YouTube account as well, Agent Juicy. Follow me on Twitter. So the screen quality is a 4.7 inch WXGA IPS. What basically that means is you get amazing viewing angles from at any angle on the phone, and I'll show you guys that how it looks in the dark as well. Like I said, 320 ppi per inch. The reds look really red, the blue looks really blue, and the yellows look like sunflower. I definitely like this, and boy oh boy, these colors really pop, to be honest with you guys. It's really crisp, and the whites look really amazing when you're viewing like websites and stuff like that, especially pictures. Can't get that on the screen though. It's absolutely beautiful, no ghosting or fading and stuff like that on the screens. If I demonstrate how the whites actually look like when I switch off the device, there's absolutely no shadows on the screen. That's what ghosting is, and some smartphones you see that quite a lot. 4.7 inches, which is beautiful. Quite a large display, especially when you're viewing videos and movies and stuff like that. It really comes in handy, especially for those of you who are on the road and stuff like that and you want to look at a TV show. Looks really beautiful. I'll give you a quick demonstration of how this looks in the dark. By the way, hopefully it won't get any copyright, so I'll just hold off the screen, and you guys can probably see how it looks. The colors looks really amazing, and definitely, you guys should definitely check out this phone. Like I said, it has Corning Gorilla Glass on the front cover, which keeps it nice and protective and safe. However, a lot of people had like the front-facing part of their phone itself shattered, which is, oh my god, what's going on here? This is really scary, actually, so I'm gonna turn back on the lights. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, so 4.7 inches is pretty nice on the phone. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that beauty if you ever get the phone. The software runs 4.2, the newest version of Android, which was shipped out like a couple of months ago. The OS is very light, very fluid, very fast and efficient, especially with that S4 processor on board. It definitely, you're just like snapping through like the screens and stuff like that. Definitely the fastest smartphone that I've ever had and used in my lifetime. I don't know about you guys, but that's blazing fast to me. Tons of app support, like about 900,000 apps. I'd definitely say and highly recommend to anyone who's looking for a phone or to give to their daughters, kids, or anything like that. For $329, you know, you could definitely get this phone. Or $359, depending on if you want the 8GB or 16GB version. So the power and performance, like I said before, the power is dear. Right now inside it has a S4 quad-core chip with 2GB of RAM. Definitely make things look, move, see, appear, run. Everything is definitely a lot faster. Absolutely no downtime, I would say. And I definitely give it a really good review on the power of the phone and the battery and stuff like that. So let's go into the camera really quickly. The camera itself, so it's an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, 1.8 front-facing camera. Definitely recommend taking pictures with the 8-megapixel. However, one thing that really sticks out is pictures do tend to look a little grainy and stuff like that, depending on lighting, and it does look a bit awkward. How to say it, like, yeah, it looks pretty bad when you upload it to like Facebook, but all in all, for an 8-megapixel shooter, it's pretty good. So the front-facing camera, as you guys could probably see there, it does look quite a bit dark, in the sense that if you're taking, like, if you're video chatting and all that stuff, your face it just doesn't look as nice as you'd expect it to be. I think that's due to because of the Corning Gorilla Glass is not possibly 100% pure for you to get that nice beautiful experience. So this on board, for the power and performance, it comes with a program called where you could basically edit videos and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I actually edited a video, and it was that, you know, that video with okay, whatever. I'll post it on. I'll put the link there. It's that video where people are dancing and then they stop dancing. Okay, so the camera has a lot of very simple shooting abilities like HDR and various shooting modes and stuff like that, which is very basic, which is good, I guess, because you could basically adjust the scene modes to like action, night, sunset, party. But on top of that, you could actually adjust basically the amount of light you want to be entering the lens and all that stuff. Also, in the camera, you could quickly go into the gallery pictures and stuff like that. And if any of you guys are hungry right now, check out how good that veggie pizza looks. Yeah, really nice. So the camera looks really good. It has HDR, all that simple stuff right there. The battery is a solid 2100 non-removable back inside of here, which is it charges from 0 to 100, I would say, in roughly it charges from 0 to 100 in exactly 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes, depending on like if you turn on the phone to use it while it's charging. One thing that I do realize about the phone, like if you connect it to your computer and charge, it usually takes about hour and a half, maybe even up to 2 hours just to get from a 40% charge or 30% charge back to full. So it definitely charges really fast, and that charger that they gave you, ooh, I charge all my devices with it. For some reason it charges way faster. Definitely the battery pack, one of the downsides to it, it's non-removable, so you're stuck with this battery for 2 to 3 years, depending on how often you update your phone. Personally, for me, I try not to update my phone. I try to get the most out of it. What I do recommend to all of you guys, though, if you're getting the 8GB version, you're going to be stuck with 8GB versions for however long. If you're stuck with 16GB version, you're definitely going to get a little more space, because no micro SD expandable because the whole phone is locked down pretty tight. So definitely check out the 16GB version. Also, Google, this is the purest version of Google because it's a Nexus device, meaning when you say a Nexus device, meaning it's gonna reach the Nexus OS update in software versus those other devices on the market right now. I don't know how many Android phones there are, but this device is definitely going to get reach the next update. This phone has the purest Android experience ever. For a first-time user, get it. Absolutely get it. Get a Nexus device. Don't try those other gimmicks like what the S4 and stuff like that may have on board. However, the S4 looks pretty promising, I must say. Yeah, so definitely check it out. It's worth a try. So some of the pros and cons of this video, so not this video, of this phone is one pro is basically the powerful processor on board. Like I said, it's a 1.5 quad-core Snapdragon S4 crate processor. It has 2 gigabyte of RAM, solid specs for 2013, maybe even 2014, because it's going to get the next OS update. Because the S4 right now, here's a comparison. S4 right now has 2 gigs of RAM, and it comes with a quad-core or a octa-core. However, this phone has a quad-core already, has the 2 gigs of RAM, and it's going to reach the next update before the S4 even gets the 4.3 or Keyline Pi or whatever they want to call it. So this phone is definitely quite something miraculous, I'd say, because you buy this phone really cheap, you get it, and you get like the best of Android experience that you could possibly get. So another pro of this phone that I like that I've never seen in other phones is like these widgets for each and every app. I love it because you could just basically tap on one of these guys. So let's tap on books, even though I don't really read books in my phone. Just put that sucker right there and it's good to go. So you basically drag and drop and you're good to go. So the apps are already there, like I said. There's infinite amount of apps. I think it's roughly about 900,000 apps they have in the App Store, which is pretty amazing. Also, the widgets like pictures and stuff like that, it has the ability to basically quickly scroll through all the pictures while you're just like on your phone really quickly. And then it has like this ability, I don't know if you guys look down there, see how beautiful that is, it just disappears. You can pull it back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just kidding. Okay, so it has a stupendous amount of apps and it displayed very cheap. This device is extremely cheap for what you're getting on board, and I definitely recommend a lot of you guys like check out this phone before you make a next purchase for 3 years and get on a contract, because you could get this phone, sell this phone, give it to your kids, give it to your grandmother, give it to anyone you want, and you could basically get a pretty amazing device and stuff like that. So it has a solid battery performance as well. For 2100 hours, I was able to get through the entire day starting from 8 a.m. I usually get up at 5, but from 8 a.m. messaging, texting, calling for 30 minutes, Skyping, messaging a lot, like texting, heavy use on text, WhatsApp, Viber, all of those messaging stuff that whatever like else exists. Lots of browsing. I'd say probably even 30 minutes upwards of heavy browsing on the browser as well. And Google Chrome comes on right stock, and pictures and text looks really beautiful on the phone as well, and the rendering of stuff like that. One thing I don't really like about the browser is if you want to tap to play a video, you usually get transferred, and then when you hit the button, they usually tell you, oh, you need to install Adobe Flash or something like that. But for Vimeo, it actually works on this site, but like on YouTube you actually get popped out, or on other sites you actually get to pop out and go into the VLC player to play your videos, whatever you might be looking at. So that being said, now let's close that down. This side. So the browser is actually pretty well designed, especially on a 4.7-inch display. It actually looks pretty darn good. I would highly recommend you guys check this out. Plus, a super cheap device, super cheap. I can't emphasize that enough. The cons of this device, though: no LTE on board. However, it has a LTE chip, meaning spec-wise, on board. And I guess they could probably use software and just hack that to get like LTE, but the reason they did that is because so it would be actually like a world phone, meaning like you could put any carrier SIM card in your phone, whether it be Verizon, T-Mobile, any carrier, basically just stick a SIM card in and it'd work with anyone else. Also, it came unlocked from the Google Play Store, which is really awesome. By the way, no contracts. Yoo-hoo! No expandable SD card, which really sucks because usually in my BlackBerry, this one or this the Q10, it's simple, just hit that button, but get the memory card out, stick it in any phone, and boom, you get everything there, contacts, whatever. So that definitely sucks. It's a data leech. I was driving to Montreal for 2 hours and back and forth and stuff like that, and I use close to 480 megabytes just on navigation in the city. Definitely check that out, though. It's definitely a data hog, leech, sucker, whatever you want to call it. So be careful when you're browsing on Wi-Fi. It doesn't differentiate itself on the market, and what I mean by that, it's like it's a Nexus device. Basically, all phones now has 2 sides, 2 cameras, usually 8 megapixel camera, usually a 720p display. This display is 1280 by 768, I believe, and it's, you know, it's pretty. The display is pretty good. I'm not gonna bash the display in, but it doesn't really stand out from the crowd. At the bottom of the menu right here, it has like a LED notification light, but the LED is really soft. It's not like bright as a BlackBerry. I don't know, the messaging on a BBM or stuff like that. It's definitely like really soft. I would have loved to see like the light up here, or maybe even on top of the phone, or like an angle right here or something, just to give that like that bright, really bright look inside of the room, just to make you know, oh my god, I have a message or something like that, right? That's really a downside to it. The glass body on this makes it really slippery and stuff like that. If it's on a table and the table isn't like 100% straight, you basically start to see the device slowly drifting. And I've seen that. I'll actually videotape that and put it up in the next video for you guys to see some problems. The quality of the video, the quality of the camera is actually a bit shitty. And I'm like really unimpressed by it. Sometimes it's really unresponsive and stuff like that, so you have to tap to focus a couple times and then wait for it. The locked-in battery really sucks. However, the Google Now search basically is, Google, find me the closest Italian restaurant. It works really good. I don't know if you guys can see the text right there. Holy crap, it's still talking. It got everything. Okay, so it definitely works good, and it trains with your voice as well. Some other really nice things that I like about the phone is with the 4.7-inch display, let's say you're going on a browser right here, and you want to, let's say, search for Yahoo, just like use the browser, and boom, it's like right there. It's like the swipe. It doesn't even have swipe on iPhone or even BlackBerry, and it works really well with this. So there's definitely something really good to check out too. So, by the way, it's really powerful, so that's definitely a good thing. If I had to summarize on this entire phone, what I would give it is basically, I'd give it a roughly 8.9 out of 10, which is really good. It lost a lot of marks basically for no LTE on board, and basically the spongy keys right here. It feels a bit spongy as well, and the back does not have a pure Gorilla Glass on it, so it gets scratched really easily, which doesn't, which isn't nice, to be honest with you guys. And the front has Gorilla Glass, which is really amazing. Some other things that I like about this phone, well, I don't really like, is the speaker right here. If you're gonna put your phone on the table to watch a movie or make a phone call for a loudspeaker, you're not gonna hear squat. So definitely that's why I rate the device. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I really do hope you guys like the video, subscribe to me. Like I said, if you subscribe to me, I always check out your videos and stuff like that. I always try to like get on a one-to-one basis with my subscribers as much as possible. If I didn't do it as yet, I usually watch your video and like your video and stuff like that. So you guys could definitely subscribe and like my video. Also as well, I'm on Twitter. So follow me at ADGENTJUCEY, Agent Juicy, and I'll definitely follow you guys back or something like that. Agent Juicy, there we go. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. I'm just kidding. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. All in all, I'd definitely say for the price, for bang for the buck, Nexus 4, man, definitely the way to go. $350, seriously? You're probably gonna waste $350 on a gym membership, like half of a gym membership or anything like that. So definitely check out this phone. I don't know what else to say about this phone, but thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments, questions down below. I really like to answer those questions. I actually answer every single comment that you guys leave, except if you tell me something about my mother. So don't do that. But I like every single comment, so don't Don't forget, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me. Take care. Agent